Howdy, howdy, everybody. Zandy Dandy here today. We're going to be looking at Battle Brothers. Battle Brothers is a mercenary strategy party management game where, again, you lead this band of mercenaries. It's pretty sandboxy, too. You kind of do really whatever you want. You can pick up certain contracts. There's a lot of secret stuff, and I don't want to say it's kind of, it's grim dark. It's a little grim dark. Because there's some really scary stuff in the night. Let's get into it, because you're not just fighting guys, so you'll see. Let's hop into it. We will not do the tutorial. Well, yeah, we'll do the tutorial, so we'll show it. We'll show it. Yep. You are second in command in a mercenary company that has been tracking a brigand named Hoggart for some time now. An unexpected turn of events leaves the company in shatters, and you in charge to rebuild it to its former glory. All right, we're gonna be the Dandy Bunch. All right, we're gonna just leave the late game crisis to random. Doesn't really matter for this one. Let's pick something. Yeah, let's go with I don't know. It's more like a bear, but to me it looks like a little honey badger. So we're gonna go with that. I know it's a bear, but for all intents and purposes, that's a honey badger. All right, we are gonna go with we'll go with veteran. Medium settings. I normally do play an expert, and I generally try to run Iron Man, but that does not go well often. I really have not had too many good runs. I like to stick to that extreme difficulty to try and learn a game. I kind of just pelt. I throw myself at the game until I figure it out, and this is one of those games where it's worked sometimes, and it really has not worked. So let's go with the normal difficulty so I can actually show you some stuff. All right, because this game is just excruciatingly hard on Iron Man, because, you know, once you're dead, that's it. The last battle. It all went wrong. 2 days ago, the company was hired to track down Hoggart the Weasel and his band of raiders. But it was them who found you first. An ambush. Some joke about horses cut short by an arrow to the throat. Arrows shooting in from everywhere and nowhere. Men holler and scream a great volume before death. As the hail subsides, you draw your weapon with the rest of the men, only to collapse to your knees. An arrow has punctured your side. You shout in pain. A hurried glance sees the men charge without you to make a valiant last stand, met in force as steel clashes with steel. You meet eyes with the captain, a last nod before his throat is cut. You're left in command now, of what few men remain. Trembling in pain, you lean on your sword, and with all the will you can, muster slowly rise. Alright. You even saw in that little menu there, we don't just fight people. So this is the game kind of playing itself right now, showing Hoggart right here, the Weasel, and we got his little thugs over here. Alright, so this is generally what you're going to see with the game. This is actual combat. This is what the guys look like. The art style is very interesting. I honestly, personally, really, really like it. I think it's very abstract in a cool way. And it's not too weird because, again, once they die, you see their full body. Like, I can see the dude's legs and stuff. It shows really what's important. So, we get into it. When you're selecting, this is the actual, like, controls for the game. It's very kind of XCOM-y. We have all sorts of options here, like the raised level, the camera level, show and hide trees, and show highlight block tiles. We could even just retreat, which is really not recommended. So yeah, we also have our AP, that's how much we can move and shoot. So this is the actual action we have. So this is, he's got a crossbow on him. So we can shoot that bolt he has, but we'll actually have to reload it, and it shows you how many bolts you have left at the very bottom. And there's all the stats for it. It does about 30 to 50 hit point damage, really good against armor. It has a range of 6 tiles on even ground. So what we're actually going to do, there's a line of sight mechanic, so we're going to actually back up this way really quick, and we're going to shoot this guy. We did hit him, and you can kind of see his effects there. So he's got a pierced leg muscle, so he's not really going to move too much. He is double gripping that pickaxe, so he's a lot more accurate, and he's wavering. You can kind of see this little flag right there to tell how he's doing. We're going to just reload that bolt now. Alright. And we're gonna pop our dude Bodo over here. They are randomly named, but you always get these 3 style of fighters for the tutorial and for rebuilding the campaign scenario. You get this crossbow dude, you get this 2-handed axe dude, this like wood chopper, and then you get it's always gonna be Bodo to me, but spear, shield, and gambeson. Alright, so yeah, he can just do a thrust. He can do a knockback. These are all dependent actually on their items. So if we open this up, you can see all his stats down here. They also have RimWorld kind of like specialties where they develop more in that select stat. They also have their quirks and abilities. They also have a background. For instance, he's a companion, which is the guys you start with. So Bodo's not known to be a big talker, but he has everything right to be. But he has every right to be. Faced with a horde of goblins, he used his shield and strength to push a hole in their lines, opening the way for Ortwin and Gebhard to kill them all. With quick whirls and whips of his shield, the man deflected all manners of mortal danger. Yeah, you can see they're all kind of connected. Yep. Gebhard is one of the more talented marksmen you've encountered in your travels, after he saved your life with an arrow in the heart of a would-be assassin. We have brooding and at times suicidal. It's no surprise that Ortwin is frequently found diving into battle with nothing more than a large two-hander. Yep. He's also very bloodthirsty. All kills are fatalities the weapon allows. That's pretty cool. It's actually really cool. Oh, but he's got a dissatisfied, so very dissatisfied. But that's because, you know, we did just get ambushed. So all right, let's hop into it so I can show you more of the game. So yeah, your items are dependent on your weapons. So since he has a shield, he has these two abilities right here. But since he has a spear, he can use Spear Wall. So you prepare to immediately attack any opponent that attempts to move into melee range, and on hit, prevent that opponent from closing in. So yeah, we're going to do that because we want to space out these guys. Because even though our guys are wearing some pretty decent armor, not amazing, but you know, for the time period, that's some pretty decent stuff right there. We're actually going to end our turn here and just let them wait. They will go down quick. So once if that pick strikes him, he's hurt. All right, so we are going to use this axe right here. We're going to split him. Yeah, we're gonna miss, of course. We're gonna pass really quick. I just skipped him. So if I can maybe move him here, it's still a chance to hit, but I can actually hit this dude over here, and he's gonna miss. So what I could do is I could come up here and I could start stabbing this guy. What I might actually do is start stabbing this guy. We're gonna come up here and we're gonna miss. Oh, he's gonna probably hack him. No, he missed. Okay. He will risk swing. Yeah, he got hit. If you try to move while in range of someone, you risk getting hit. That was not a smart move, but he only took it to the armor, so you can see right there. For instance, this guy's dented because he was shot with that bolt early in the game, and his health is about considered wounded. So right here again, he's dented. He took a little bit of a hit, but nothing too crazy. So we could use this bolt at close range. Probably the best thing to do, and we ended up missing. So we're actually going to swap our dagger that takes some energy from us. So we're gonna try and stab that guy. We're gonna move up here. That's gonna affect that guy's morale. Then we're gonna move over here. We're gonna try and kill him. Oh, we missed. So we are gonna just sit in close quarters. This guy is wavering, double gripped. He could mess up our boy. And we missed again. We're gonna go again for this backstab here. And what we could do is use a puncture. Because he still has armor. It has a less chance of a hit, but it's gonna ignore some of that armor. So yeah, let's go for that. Alright, we're gonna pass. He's gonna maybe try and take our guy out. Oh, he missed. And just go for those spear stabs and the axe. So we just decapitated that guy. Our dude is lightly wounded for about 3 days. Yeah, you can see their pay right up there, their level, where they are in line with your camp, and then their morale plus their wounds. We're gonna take all this loot here. We're gonna leave. Alright. You are alive, you won. The adrenaline fades, and in the wake you can't help but sink back to the ground. Gritting your teeth, you snap the arrow shaft, your chest heaves. Pain for breath, everything blurs. The company has been devastated, cut down to but a few men, and that bastard Hoggard did justice to his name, fleeing like the weasel he is. What now, Captain? A voice says from behind, it's Ortwin the Red. Oh, what now, Captain? Who sits behind you, down behind you. That's his voice. That has to be his voice. This big guy. Who sits down beside you, bedding his bloodied axe on his legs. You turn him to reply, but before you can answer, he continues. Bernhardt's dead. They slit his throat. He was a good man and a damn good leader, but all it took was one mistake. It makes you the one in charge now, don't it? Oh, that was his voice again. Oh well. Gebhardt joins the two of you, still breathing heavily. Then Bodo. Save the ceremony and anointments for another day. Let's get the men a good burial and return to Hochdorf to collect our pay. The Weasel's men are slain, after all. Besides, Captain, we ought to see to that wound before we lose you too. Wouldn't want to leave Gebhardt in charge, right? So be it. Alright. Now, this is another menu you're going to be seeing quite a lot. This is the majority of the game outside of combat. So, right up here, we're going to have our crowns. And I'll even show you kind of another game this is very similar to is Mount & Blade. This is very, very similar to when you look at your weekly funds. So, our crowns with the crew we have right now will last us 44 more days, which is awesome to know. It's truly awesome. We have provisions that'll last us 7 more days, but food does go bad in your inventory. It also tells you the average man takes about 2 provisions, but some people take more, and then that like difficult terrain will make them do that more. We also repair equipment as we're journeying. That's a big deal because sometimes you can sell items, or again, you need to repair between battle. That's our ammunition, and that's our medical supplies. That's all the healing that'll occur through. So right here, you can see that he is repairing it. Just they're automatically going to repair whatever they're equipped to, but I could also alt right click and have them repair it whenever. So they do just tend to repair their own gear. For instance, these weapons actually would be worth repairing just to give to someone else. So we're going to start repairing those instead of selling them. We're going to go to Hochdorf. We can also see our party roster. I didn't show this before. This is the front lines. You can only have this many dudes on the front battle. I think that is, yeah, 12 right there. And then you have 8 in the back that kind of just do their own thing. So, I think it's 8. 9 in the back. Sorry, 9 in the back. So they are in your camp. I don't know if they come back as reinforcements. I don't think so. I don't think that's a thing. I think they are literally out of the battle. Never actually really just put someone in there, because I generally keep my bands just to the guys I have right there. Just have a whole perk tree that you're gonna get into when these guys level up. So it's all just so many options. Same for everybody, but these perks are very, very different, and they do lead you into different trees. And there's like a weapon mastery here, and then it gets, yeah, there's all sorts of cool stuff there. So we're just gonna left click left click. And we're going to head up to Hochdorf. You can see the town's description. Some hunts in small buildings, housing workers for nearby mines. So they have an armorer and a taxidermist. We can also see those buildings here. And that generally is what they will have when we go there. What a sorry display it must have been to the onlookers as you arrived in Hochdorf. 4 bloodied and beaten mercenaries down on their luck. The man who hired the company days ago, Ramadan? Yeah. The trademaster no doubt expected you to return in a more glorious fashion. Still, he welcomes you to his house and offers bread and wine, while a servant fetches a healer. Few words are exchanged except for the occasional grunt and wheeze as an elderly man with shaky hands tends to your wounds. A pine pierces your skin. A pin. Why not? No, a pin. A pin pierces your skin. The first of many stitches to come. You grate your teeth till you think you hear one break. Raymond, the trademaster, sits beside you and asks if you took care of Hogger. You shake your head. I am not an excellent reader. I'm gonna admit that right now. We killed his men, but the weasel eluded our blades in the end. The healer waves around a glowing fire poke, suggesting he wants to push it into your wound. You nod and he does. So, for a moment, that's all there is. You're not a man, but a pinch of fire, flesh from flame. A golem of pain. Raymond, the trademaster, hands you a goblet of wine. You did well, Sellsword. The brigands have been removed, though it is a shame that Hoggart still lives. We expect to get paid for this. Raymond, the trademaster, gasps. Well, naturally, 400 crowns is agreed upon. He gestures towards a servant who rushes to your side with the pay in hand. I wonder, may I make use of your service one more time? I'd very much like to end the headache that is Hoggart. once and for all. And I would pay you again, of course, another 400 crowns, so we say. Ortwin the Red scoffs and turns to drink more wine, but Bodo stands to speak. Yes, the company is in ruin, but we will rebuild it. Without the dandy bunch, Ortwin the Red will drink the crowns away and end up begging on the streets. And Gebhard, by the gods we all know, he'd go chasing the women folk until one stove his rotten head in. We need the dandy bunch, it's all we have. What say you, Captain? Ortwin the Red burps and raises his cup to you. Gebhard playfully thumbs his nose and nods. Kill the bastard Hogarth, or not. It's up to you, Captain. We do have unfinished business with Hogarth. Raymond, the trademaster, claps his hands in satisfaction. Excellent, my little birds. We'll need some time to find where Hogarth is hiding his hide now. In the meantime, I suggest you see about stocking up on supplies so that you'll be good and ready to end this when the time comes. I shall see you in a few days' time at the latest. As you leave Raymond, the master's house, and stand on the outskirts of Hodshorf, Bodo speaks a word with you. We need more men, Captain. I know I gave a big speech back there, but bravado won't do shite. We need more warm bodies in the ranks. Figure we find 3 good men, buy them some decent weapons, and dress them in the best armor we can afford. We're gonna dress them in what we find and what we have. So they get a pickaxe, an axe, and then maybe a dagger. The men pause to glance around. I bet this Bodunk town got a desperate peasant or two looking for a new life. Or we could travel to Thalstad in the west. Them city folks aren't always as hardy as these country bumpkins, but we're more likely to find men with fighting experience, so stopping to rest there. That's what we should do. Alright. Taxidermist. So, we're gonna really quickly look here though, because there are sometimes some good items. Buy stuff on sale. Okay, we'll be actually. Pitchfork's really nice. Pitchfork's a pretty good weapon. We're gonna go with pitchfork. We are gonna buy. So when items are reduced, you can see in the shop right here, we got salt. These are trade goods exclusive. Smoked ham. This is a food item. It tells you when it'll spoil. These are the medical supplies. These are the tools to rebuild, like repair. This is munitions, and these are bandages only exclusive to combat to stop bleeding and hemorrhaging. All right, so you can also again see the weapon percentage right there. We saw that earlier. Weapons that are damaged in shops are way cheaper. Like this buckler, we're gonna end up taking that. We could also get a full wooden shield, but we're really not gonna. Yeah, we'll take it. Why not? And we will take a thick tunic. Now, we're gonna go there, but let's see what there is to hire. Actually, do have a bunch of miners, which are kind of sturdy dudes. So, yeah. And then they have their whole story. Even though his father died in the mines, Randolph felt compelled to work in them. And then we have to support a fatherless family. Man, they're all fatherless. I'm pretty sure that's a miner's life, but hey, yeah. All right, you know what? We're gonna go with all the miners. We're gonna ignore the other town. We're gonna go with all the miners. So we do still need to go there. We are gonna start heading our way there, but we're gonna open up the inventory and we're gonna kind of adjust our party lines. I like to personally have this guy, in the middle. Gebhard's kind of on the side. And we're going to look at their stats really quick, because melee skill is going to be very important for the guy I want. This guy's a really good ranged. Almost better than Gebhard, actually, if this guy survives. So this guy would be kind of someone maybe we want to keep alive. Or we would just get a bow. So maybe we'll see what's in the next town, actually. Risso has better range. We can also name him, so we can call him the Mighty Risso. You don't get a special title. That's Ivan. He will be the crawler. That just seems that's fair. That's a so unique name. Yeah, very unique. All right, we're gonna have him double hand this really quickly, this pitchfork, and we're gonna pump up his armor a little bit because he's actually got some pretty good health. We don't really want him dying. He could totally be a fantastic front line. He's also got pretty good fatigue, and he's got decent resolve. All right. because all these stats matter. So this is basically your morale. That is your actual morale. Like, this is the resolve. This is the willpower within combat, and it affects how your morale changes. Their initiative. So obviously, when they act, if they act first or not. Their melee skill, how often they're gonna hit. Melee defense, range defense. That's the damage just based off the weapon, really. Hit points, body armor, head armor, action points, fatigue, etc., etc. And then their quirks and stuff like that. But let's go on, because I want to kill Hoggart. Get into that. So I'm gonna give him that, and then give him that. We're gonna actually keep the pickaxes. We don't really need to swap to the axe. So I'm gonna head on over. We can speed up the day, so we're gonna do that. Up. As Thalsad skyline appears on the horizon, Gebhardt seeks a word with you. Never been to Thalsad before, but I've been around ones that look a lot like it. Cities like these are great for selling goods at all. These prissy, pompous pricks love to have their goods delivered. With so many merchants, you can find almost everything you need to. Keep an eye out for brigands and don't get swindled by them cutthroat merchants. Ortwin the Red sees fit to add his own opinion of what you should do. If there's a good tavern, I say, that's where we should go first. Nothing helps a man down on his luck more than a good pint. God knows we earned it. Everett shakes his head. I mean, we'll earn it after Hoggart. Not now, though. You say that every time we stop in the town. You say that even when you're already drunk. Keep that in mind. Well, alright. We got here now. You also can accept missions here, but we already have a contract, so we can't do that. That's normally where you do it. Again, we have all these different buildings for different things. So, we're gonna look at our guys here. Boys to hire. We're gonna go with a monk. See how this works. We're gonna actually give him the hatchet. Let's quickly look in and just see if there's anything too cheap. I don't want to spend really any more money, but some things are on a good deal. Like, this place sells weapons at pretty high rate. This surcoat's actually pretty good. So we're gonna go with that. We'll go with a nice little hood. We're not really gonna get anything else. Yeah, because everything else is a bit too expensive. So if we had another bow, that would have been great. Personally, I don't like the throwing weapons. They're not bad. They're not bad. I just personally don't care for them as much. So we're gonna actually upgrade Randolph here. Which one's better? Yeah, so we're gonna upgrade Riso, and then we're gonna upgrade Randolph. And we're gonna give this monk, I don't know, I feel like a hatchet. Give him a hatchet randomly. We could also sell these right here. We're gonna just sell off their old clothes and those pickaxes. We're gonna head on back and try and kill Hoggart. Hoggart. Hochdorf. That is a very interesting town name. Raymond. The trade master is pacing back and forth when you find him. The healer who damn near killed you with the fire poke is standing nearby. He's picking chunks of dried blood out of his fingernails. Raymond. The trade master claps his hands. Finally, you're here. I have good news. We got hold of one of Hoggart's former men. My good friend here had a nice little talk with the man, and now I know where Hoggart's licking his wounds. The healer clears his throat, splaying his fingers out like a maiden, looking to paint them. He speaks as though he's identifying a disease he's about to exorcise. The brigand known as Hoggart is hiding in a small hut on the plains to the east of here. Alright, that's all we know. We'll return his head. Don't need any more. Alright. There is no tavern. I feel a little bad. I wanted to give Ortwin a drink, but we're gonna head on kill Hoggart. So do that now. Little trading caravan. Sometimes you can be a part of those. That's part of the contracts. I don't recommend it. Alright, so our scouts report following. A few brigand thugs, a few brigand poachers. So we don't actually have to go into this fight, but we are going to. And whatever results that's what it is. It is a nighttime fight, which isn't too good, but if there is an archer, we'll be fine. So we are going to move up just a little bit. All right, now we're going to wait. We're going to form a little line. Oh, no, I forgot. Yeah, you want to swap their gear beforehand. We're going to knock an arrow here. Guy's got a sword. That's Hoggart. So we want to go up here, and we want to wait. You can press space to wait. So we're going to start building up a line. Oh, that guy went up there. And we're gonna go over here and we're gonna spear wall. Uh-oh. That's the last thing you want happening is your guys getting surrounded. So definitely not something we want. Space there. And I can't really do anything. He's probably gonna die, so I'm gonna put Ortwin over here in case Ortwin can take on both those guys. I would say so. Oh yeah, that's not good. That's really not good. Alright, we're gonna start spacing out over here. And we have an archer who is already being a jerk. So we're gonna just... Oh, no. Ah, I skipped his turn. Oh well. He's gonna just get smacked right now. Yeah. Oh, he just lost an ear. A ripped ear, so he's okay. Alright. We're gonna have a lovely archer battle. And fail. And try and relocate, maybe. Alright. So we can split the guy's shield, because we want to start working on that shield. Yep, he did die. That was lovely. Alright. And if we move this dude up here, we can just start stabbing Hoggart. Ooh. What are you doing, lad? What are you doing? Alright, we missed with the axe. Get that Fletcher. Or not that Fletcher, the archer. Let's move over and start covering another line. Yeah. Go over here. We shield wall again, we're gonna get really, really tired because it does build up like 30 fatigue and we lose a fixed amount over time. So actually we're gonna get in here and we're gonna shield bash him. Once if I do that, not come back. Well, I could just, he is on armor. I'm just gonna start stabbing him. I'm gonna start trying to split his shield, take an axe to that armor. Normally you'd want to pull out daggers because daggers don't break armor as effectively and just start knifing someone for better gear, but I'm not really good at it. So we're gonna have Chriso kind of back this guy up. Alright, we're gonna run over here. And we're gonna start destroying this dude's armor right here. We'll kick him to death. Ooh. Yeah, you can see the power of a sword right now. They're kind of mean. Take this axe down. We're gonna miss. That's always fun. We're gonna try and take a bolt at Auger. We're gonna miss. Almost hitting our own guy. We're gonna just still chill there because if that archer decides to shoot us, we're kind of boned. Alright. This guy's moving up. Our miners are not doing too good. Just gonna say that now. So that guy's dead. We're gonna leave Ortwin here. And we're gonna end our turn. Spear dude is going... He could totally impale him. Or we could also push him back to stagger him. Pretty good chance to hit. Honestly, we're gonna just start going for the wound. Because it's gonna hurt him. And we're gonna back off a little bit. Gonna go up there. He's probably gonna kill him. Oh, no, he got a good hit. He got a good hit. This archer's gonna try and shoot my boys. Randolph, don't die. Again, we could try and move there. But we're gonna bring that axe down. We are totally gonna walk over here. Randolph could knock this dude back. Get him off of him. We're gonna try and do that, and then we're gonna actually hide. I don't want Randolph dying. Again, could totally shoot him. We're gonna miss. Now it's up to our boy here. Could totally block line of sight. We could also stop him from getting there. Yeah, it's better to block line of sight. I do not want to lose him unless he tries to walk up there. That would really, really suck. Because we don't want to lose Gibbard. So we could, yeah, too close. No, we're gonna miss. This guy is probably gonna die. Despite all my efforts to keep him alive, he is probably dead. So it's unfortunate, but I didn't really include anyone else over there. Yeah, he's getting stabbed up pretty good. Alright, could try and shoot. Hoggart is dead. We just saved Crisco. We're gonna just run away. That's the battle strategy here. We're gonna stab this guy, knife him up. Oh no, please don't touch my boy. Don't touch my boy. Okay, he's fatigued up, so he can't really do anything. I'm gonna get Crisco over here. Yeah, he just can't do anything. He's all fatigued. Trying to run away, wearing all that armor. Again, he is just a miner. He's not used to wearing all this equipment and fighting. So. Oh, Poacher's fighting back, but he's dead. Doesn't really matter. Now we're just gonna surround this guy. Gonna swap to that knife really quick and just start stabbing this boy. So make him regret what he... Alright, he is starting to flee now, which is good. Stab him with that pick. And get close. Scare him up. Then we're gonna pick him. Alright. No one... Well, actually I'm wrong. Yeah, two of them died. The monk and the crawler. But Crisco survived. And Bodo. And Ortwin. And Gebert. So we're gonna take all this yummy loot. And leave. So, Hoggart lies dead in a pool of his own blood, skewered into a grotesque and panicked pose. He didn't weasel his way out of this one. You put a boot on his corpse and look to your men. For the company, for all the men who've fallen. Everett spits on the dead man's face. Let's take this bastard's head and get back to Hochdorf. Time to get paid. Well, that is all the time I have now. I will show you really quickly, though, the level up mechanic, because it's quite interesting. So you just click here to level up, and you kind of get a random roll on your stats, which is super cool. So some of the stats that they are better at, they get, obviously get better rolls. So we're going to upgrade that. And then we're going to improve his fatigue. But another thing is his range defense, so he can kind of fight against other rangers. Then we can look at his perks and see all of his abilities. For instance, one of them is lowers the threshold to inflict injuries for both range, melee and ranged attacks, which is pretty good. You can also get adapt, which is I think better for bow versus a crossbow, because you can keep firing, because you can fire multiple times and try and hit better. I think the crippling strike is maybe better for crossbow. At the end of the day, there's all sorts of guides for it. I honestly think it's fun just to figure it out. So I'm gonna go with that. So I do plan on eventually streaming this game at some point, not anytime soon. But yeah. So this will be in my stream list. This is a very fun game. I think it's a lot of there's a lot more to it than just this. For real. There's a huge world map. It's always randomized. There's so many missions and quests, and there's so much just hidden adventures and things to fight. And again, I said this is very grim dark. There's a lot of things in these woods that will mess you up, and especially at night. This is a game you do not want to be out at night unless you know what you're doing and you are prepared. This has been Battle Brothers. I've been your host, Andy Dandy. If for any reason this video encouraged you to buy this game or not buy this game, let me know. Drop a comment. I will appreciate your time, and I'll catch you in the next one.